Thanks for inviting us in. We want to begin today at 5 with two big COVID vaccination goals that have not been met just yet.
We're talking about ones that were set locally by Marion County and also nationally by others at the White House. Both are nearing their deadline, which happens to be the 4th of July. Now, the White House says it met one of President Biden's goals. That's getting 70% of people over the age of 30 at least one shot of the vaccine.
Now, the president also wanted to see 160 million Americans fully vaccinated by Independence Day, but right now they're about 10 million short of reaching that goal and may not hit it until the middle of July. Well, Indianapolis also set a goal of fully reopening by July 4th.
But even after adjusting, which means lowering expectations once, the county now still remains below its vaccination goal.
Now, we've got Mary Mills joining us live today at 5 to explain why that may not matter. Mary?
Hey, Scott. Well, they're still very much encouraging people to get vaccinated. Places like the Black Firefighters Association, which is holding a pop-up clinic here tomorrow. But the vaccination rate is no longer the only factor in deciding when the city reopens. The fireworks will light up the sky July 4th, but will Marion County's remaining COVID restrictions be lifted by then? That's been the goal, presuming the county's vaccination rate hit 50% by the holiday weekend. Less than 2 weeks out, it's at 39%. Still, Dr. Kane says the county could still reach that goal when you factor in those with natural immunity or those who've had COVID, along with other factors.
Our hospitalizations are so low. 2, we're not having any deaths. 3, we're not seeing a lot of people coming into the emergency rooms for COVID-19.
Still, the push is on to get many more people vaccinated, especially with the highly contagious Delta variant now in Indiana. Those with the lowest vaccination rates, young adults and people of color, which is whom this digital campaign seeks to reach. Other efforts include more neighborhood pop-up clinics and extra incentives. Those vaccinated between now and July 2nd will be eligible for prizes ranging from Colts tickets to zoo memberships. But when it comes to kids, Dr. Kane says parents shouldn't think twice.
It is far more of a risk to leave your child unprotected in the face of this deadly virus than to give them a vaccine that has been rigorously tested and studied and is now been safely administered to millions of people.
So if you're wondering when will we know if restrictions are lifted in time for July 4th, Dr. Kane says very soon. She's still going over some of the numbers. They're also trying to figure out if the City County Council has to sign off on the change. They're thinking probably not, though, because it just goes back to the status quo.
All right, Mary, keep us updated. Thank you so much. And there's another pop-up clinic happening tomorrow. That's where you'll be entered to win some of those incentives that Mary mentioned.
It's going to run from 4 until 8 at North Central High School, and kids who are as young as 12 years old can go there and get their shots.
Walgreens is offering $25 in store credit if you'd rather get your shot there, but you'll have to act fast. That's because the drugstore is only offering this incentive through Saturday. You'll get that store credit through a gift card loaded onto a My Walgreens account. I want to get back down to those vaccination goals that were set by the White House.
That's right. The president's administration now acknowledging that it may not hit that goal that they had set for 4th of July, as a new highly contagious strain of the virus now is causing new concerns all across the country. We now know the shot in the arm the White House has been targeting is going to be falling a bit short of its mark. The administration for the first time today acknowledging that it will not hit its goal of 70% of adults with at least one dose of the COVID vaccine by the 4th of July.
Where the country has more work to do is particularly with 18 to 26-year-olds. The reality is many younger Americans have felt like COVID-19 is not something that impacts them, and they've been less eager to get the shot.
That assessment from the COVID response team comes as the country continues to reopen. Millions taking off their masks, businesses now at full capacity. Second lines even returning to the streets in the Big Easy, though doctors are warning there's nothing easy or over when it comes to the fight against the virus.
If you are vaccinated, you are protected. But if you are not, the threat of variants is real and growing.
More contagious and more deadly. The latest strain responsible for 1 in 5 of new COVID cases in the U.S. and fueling what has been a recent jump in new cases in many states. Growing concern that the Delta virus could lead to a major resurgence by fall.
It's coming. You're at risk. You're a sitting duck if you're not vaccinated.
Data shows the 2-shot vaccines are highly effective against that Delta variant. The CDC director also says that she's concerned that this new variant could lead to future mutations and that the vaccine may not work as well against. We'll keep an eye on it.